This is a great question because there's so many movies that I love that fall under this category. So obviously we have our classics, right? Like The Exorcist. If you're new here, this is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. So we have The Exorcist, the original The Omen, Rosemary's Baby, some classics, right? But I'm going to go into some that are a little bit lesser known. This movie, The Possession from 2012, I saw this movie in the theater and I did not sleep that night. This movie scared the fucking shit out of me. It is so good and I barely see anybody talk about it and I have no idea why. I'm pretty sure this one is still on Netflix, so go watch it. This one isn't like your typical possession movie because it's about a Dybbuk box, which if you don't know about that and you really want to not sleep tonight, just look it up. Devil from 2010 is another phenomenal movie that I feel like I'd never hear get talked about. This one is just, how scary can a movie be just taking place in an elevator, right? Wrong. I've talked about Red State in another video before, but this movie is just fucking phenomenal. Kind of in the same ballpark as Red State in terms of like culty-ish horror, The Sacrament by T. West. So this one takes inspiration from Jim Jones and Jonestown, and it's very realistic and pretty freaky. I have to throw The Exorcist 3 in there because this is also another one of my favorites. They just put it on Netflix, and I highly recommend watching it if you have not seen it yet. Frailty with Matthew McConaughey is another like religious type movie that I really, really enjoy. I watched this one for the first time pretty recently, and it's very entertaining. Obviously, this one is better known, but The Conjuring is one of my top 3 favorite horror movies ever made. Love this. Again, a bit better known, but The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I've said this in a video before, but Jennifer Carpenter's acting in this movie was so convincing that during one scene, the director stopped and cut because they genuinely thought that she became possessed. That's how good she is in this movie, and she sells it. Like, she's worth watching this movie for. Again, we still got our classics like The Omen, Rosemary's Baby. Those are just absolute classics that you need to watch in terms of religious horror. These are just the ones that I came up with off the top of my head. I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot. So if you guys have any other recommendations, comment, let us know.